I've come to the National Motor Museum of Australia, based about 40 minutes away from the city of Adelaide, in a little place called Birdwood, to check out hundreds of exhibits, including the Holden Heroes Exhibition that's currently ongoing in the main hall here. In this video then, I'm going to take you around, we'll have a look at some of the cars. There's loads of rarities here, including the last ever Holden and the Holden prototype, and the Holden Effigy, which you can see there, which was a concept car winner. In this video then, come with me as we take a look round the South Australian National Motor Museum. Right, I've got my map. What a great place so far. Not only have I spotted a Bugatti Veyron, check this out. How awesome is that? And look at all these, the toy cars as well. This is a great advertising sign. Look at this. Watch your car rise in the air, then have your crankcase breather and drained free of charge. Your car greased and oiled whilst you wait. What a beautiful Model T. Holden Series 50, but it's a Ute. Of course it is. Look at that. And this service station is actually not a replica. It was imported from the US as a flat pack kit and was used in Adelaide up until sort of the 80s, when it was destined to be demolished and it was restored and brought here. You either had a Ford or a Holden, didn't you? So I'll be the first to admit, I don't know too much about Holdens. But the good news is, behind me is the Holden Heroes display. Look at that! All these Holdens we're going to get to look at. So this exhibition is all about Australian heroes. I mean, there's some beautiful cars here. We'll have a good old look around some of these Aussie cars. The Australian 6. Wow. I think I need to do a Australian version of the Royal Snail. Ford Coupe Ute. Take a look at this, and I love the fact that it's in patinaed condition. Sorry Dad, I think I've got a new project for us. And also, considering it's 36 degrees today, this is a nice little air-conditioned area. What a stunning little thing. What an absolute behemoth of a truck, a bus, a van. What is it? Well, it's a Graber's 1938 Diamond T. It's a bus, basically, isn't it? Look at the size of it. Imagine that bearing down on you on the highway with its polished metal bonnet and grille. It's almost the same brown as my Armstrong Siddeleys. Sort of the evolution of buses continues. Ford Motorbus 1944, and then this awesome Port Adelaide Tramways bus, which would have graced the roads in Port Adelaide, where we went day one. What a stunning thing. The Mitsubishi Magna GLX prototype. Locally built in Australia, I think at the Chrysler factory, the Mitsubishi Magna, and I still love seeing these on the roads. Not necessarily this model, but the Magna. We didn't get the Magna. I'm seeing Proton-esque style parts, which obviously is from the Lancer Fiore. You tell me there aren't elements of Proton in there. Next to me, the Rolls-Royce Vice Regal Phantom 5, and it just keeps going. I'm walking away. It must be nearly 18 foot long. Used during royal visits by the Queen when in Australia. Look at this beautiful Hudson. Hudson 8. Car inspector. Last time I saw a 260Z, it was rotting away at the side of the road in Wisbech. A Lost in 7 special. So the staff here at the museum have been really friendly and helpful. I've explained to them who I am, the Proton guy, and what I'm doing here, what I'm coming to look at, and they have told me the best bit about my day will be the vehicle shed. It's actually called Vehicle Gallery 4, but it was described to me as a shed full of cars, which is where we're heading now. Also, I absolutely want a Holden tie. Heading into, oh my goodness, the vehicle shed. And I have just had to stop. I will do a quick spin. We're going to have a great time looking around the vehicle shed. Wow. Look at all these. And it goes on for miles. I think they're done in date order. I think. So we'll start at the beginning and work our way round. I'm expecting there's going to be an Armstrong in here. Will we find an Armstrong Siddeley? Lots of pre-war stuff here, and I'm going to try and look at the difference between pre and post-war when we get round, just to see which manufacturers are doing what. I'm loving these little curvy bubble Holdens. That'd look good in a Proton Saga, wouldn't it? LPG V6. Every Holden needs to be bulletproof. This one for the Prime Minister in the 90s. Check out this Holden HT panel van with this wonderful decal on the back. There we go. Royal Snail 2. The Holden HX Sandman panel van. It's almost ready, isn't it? It's in Royal Mail red. Just get the Royal Snail decals on the side and away you go. Here's an interesting display of Lightburn's Zettas. There's the Zetta Runabout, there's the Zetta Ute, and the Zetta Sport. I've never seen any of these in the metal. What a great funny little thing that is. I've never seen a Bedford CF look so pretty. one for the Saab fans. And of course, before you all shout at me, I am aware that the Zetta, when I said I've never seen one in the metal, well, what I mean to say is I've never seen one in the fibreglass. Because here's the shell, look. Not many of these made. I think probably about 400 or 500 of them. I've come into the Leyland section, not the British Leyland though, although this would have had an imported engine, the Australian Leyland, because they were made over here. Made in New South Wales, this one the Force 7V Coupe. And the P76 sedan, look at that! I've always had a soft spot for these, the P1800Ss. I've spotted a telephone car. These are the Quirky cars at the back wall here. I really, really want to drive this. Take a look at that, how awesome is that? So, disability modified Ford Falcon XF Access Cab. So it's designed purely for wheelchair users. So it's technically a Volkswagen underneath. How awesome is that? John Coupland to the telecom phone. Want. All the want. This is a lovely old Civic. One for the caravan fans. That's something Dad would have. The Vanguard Saloon. (1996) Mitsubishi Diamante crash test car. And actually, it's done very well, hasn't it? I found the area where we've got the British cars. I can see already an Armstrong Siddeleys. 1275 Mini LS. Oh, the 3500 P6B. Significant amount of Siddeleys over here in Australia. In fact, you can find out more about the Armstrong Siddeleys Car Club of South Australia. The Sapphire 6 Light sedan. So this car is fitted with the Wilson Pre-Select. I think it's probably got a 4-speed, the same as my 49 Lancaster. There it is. Found a Siddeley. They get a bad rap, but I like the 1800s. And a Princess that isn't a cheese wedge. Now actually, this Freeway sedan from Austin is based on the Farina, but this is, I think, Australian built. Everyone loves an A30, don't they? And there's an A40 next to it too. Here's the A40, by the way, before you all shout at me. This is the A50. I do like a Toyota Tiara. Is that an early Prius? Yeah, one of the first Priuses, look. Wow. 2-litre Cortina. And a Fairmont. It's a Ford Ka, or a Ford KA, or a Ford car, but not as we know it. This one, 1982. Another Cortina. Next to it, a beautiful Anglia. It's nice to see it in this colour, actually. 100E Prefect, and next to it, the Anglia, the 105E. Beautiful colours on these. This would have been built and made in Australia, up off the Great Ocean Road. A car I only really found out about yesterday, the 380, when I was following one. Significant in it is the second last vehicle produced in the Tonsley Park factory. Again, a Chrysler plant. That's the plant that would have turned out that Magna that we saw earlier in the video. I'm really enjoying seeing these Mitsubishi models that we never got, that I thought would have been built in Japan, but were built in Australia. What an awesome wagon. One to replace Dad's 406 estate, I think. And here's a Magna, isn't it? Let's upset the people that don't like EVs by taking a look at some of these EVs. You might be forgiven in thinking this is a Hyundai Getz, but it's actually a Blade Electron Mark 6 prototype. I mean, it's a Hyundai Getz, right? It's quite a rare car. It's the GM EV1, which was recalled in the early 2000s, and most of them that were taken back on the recall scheme were destroyed. Very few of them actually exist now, the EV1, but they were quite popular back in the time. I think this one is from the 90s, like 99 into 2000, but yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one, because, as I say, they've all been destroyed. I love a Dart. That's a pretty thing, isn't it? Chevrolet Stylemaster, assembled at the Birkenhead factory. So where we were day one, where the Mosaic building works is happening, this car was built there, very close to my friend's house in Port Adelaide. Chrysler Valiance. Absolutely wonderful place to come, if you can. It's not massive, the Motor Museum. It's not as big as the British Motor Museum, but it's got some very, very interesting pieces. I've enjoyed seeing that was built at the factory where I've been to recently and looked at them building houses on it. I've also enjoyed seeing the EVs, the Volt. We got that in the UK, didn't we? Obviously not as a Holden. And this, the E-Commodore. Famous Commodore with like a mild hybrid engine. And then the EV1, which with a range of about 80 kilometres, you probably wouldn't go very far in it, but top speed 80 miles an hour. And now an interlude to look at motorbikes. Dad would have been absolutely in his element here, wouldn't he? Look at all these. They've got an awesome Scalextrics table here in sort of like the play area, I suppose. You've got some Lego and all the sorts of bits and pieces, but I want to play on the Scalextrics. Apparently through here is a 1920s, oh my goodness, 1920s garage display. Oh, it's warm as well out here. Let's go and have a look in the 1920s garage. I mean, as a kid, I grew up in Dad's garage, and it didn't look too dissimilar. Gonna see if I can spot some tools that Dad still has in his workshop somewhere. Oh, look at all these brass hubcaps. Yeah, they're cool, aren't they? The heat in here today, I can imagine, is on par with what a building like this would have felt like during the heat of the 1920s. Model T chassis. Could have done with one of them recently. Now, I might not be the only person wondering, but how did they get this Studebaker and this Light 6 Tourer Nash in this building? So the building in front of me is an old mill, which is where this was built, the museum. So we'll take a look at the mill building as well. I've been told to watch out for flies. Here's the mill. What a beautiful old building. So this is Birdwood Mill. Hey, now it's nice and cool in here. But yeah, I can see all the flies. Okay, so nice little historic mill. Nothing really exciting to see in there. But that has been part of the museum since the 60s. And that's when it was bought and sort of became the museum. And then obviously the new pavilion, which is where the actual motor museum is, was built. I genuinely think my life would be so much better with a bright yellow Ute. What do you reckon? I like this 2008 Coupe 60. That's pretty, isn't it? Self-proclaimed, came to this country knowing hardly anything really about Holden. Knew that they were built here and they were Australia's national car, I suppose. But take a look at this. Some beautiful things. I absolutely love this green. (1948), the first Holden off the line, next to the prototype. The millionth Holden ever made, 1962. And then the 2 millionth, 1969, 4 millionth, 1981, 6 millionth, 2001, 7 millionth, 2008, and then exceptionally sadly, 2017, the last one rolling off the Elizabeth production line. What a great exhibition this is. What an absolute fantastic piece of history here in the hall here. Wasn't just these that they were producing at the time though. Take a look at this, the 1970 Torano GTRX. What a beautiful looking sports car. And then in 1969 this, a concept car, the first ever concept car from Holden. It's the Hurricane, and I absolutely love the paint on this. It's so 60s but also so modern. According to the blurb here, it's the first car to have a reversing camera and a navigation system in the 1960s, powered by a 4.2 litre Holden V8 engine. Incredible. Don't worry, I am going to show you the Effigy. I'm going to save that till last because I think it's the best, but I will be coming to it. This is the 1998 Matilda Monaro concept. The first series of Monaros were launched in '68. They'd been really successful, but they wanted to do it a little bit justice. So this production model was come up with, apparently by a chap called Mike Simcoe. It's got a 5.7 litre V8 engine. And then you've got the bonkers Holden Monaro HRT 427. This is the 2002 model with the whopping 7 litre Le Mans V8 engine. I bet that sounds absolutely incredible. Although HSV took 50 orders, only 2 of them were ever built. This had a 6-figure price tag. So there's this and another one in the world. So 2 of these ever built. Amazing, incredible. I bet that would have been a beast. The colour is what's drawn me to this, but this is the 2002 Holden SSX. It's got a 5.7 litre V8, this one. And actually I've seen a few of these on the roads whilst I've been driving around. as a cabriolet. I'm not 100% certain on it. This is the 2002 Marilyn Monaro Cabriolet. It was never actually mass produced apparently, but it is powered by the 5.7 litre V8 engine. Now it's almost got a VAG Group berry pearl paintwork here. This is the Tirana, the TT36. It's a 3.6 litre V6. It's beautiful, isn't it? I like that. I do like that a lot. Although never actually released to the public, it is a concept car. It's the Coupe 60 from 2008. And as somebody who has spent most of his time checking out Utes, the 2001 Ute-ster was a concept, sadly. Look at it. It's like a Ute Roadster powered by a 5.7 litre V8 engine. Incredible. I think that would have sold so well. And then lastly, a 2000 Sandman concept vehicle. It was never actually produced, this one, apparently. This is incredible. Last but not least then, in the Holden Heroes lineup, I'm going to show you quite possibly one of the prettiest cars I think I've ever seen. And it's award-winning, and that's for a very good reason. Ready? It's the Holden Effigy. What a name, and what a paint colour. Built in 2005, it remains sort of 60s styling at the front here, doesn't it? It was the winner of the 2007 Concept Car of the Year in North America. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? 6 litre supercharged V8. Well, that's it then. I hope you've enjoyed having a look round the National Motor Museum here in Adelaide. For me, the highlight of my trip and my day is seeing this, the Magna prototype. You know, that's my sort of thing. It's the precursor to everything that I like, isn't it, really? And actually checking out and learning some more about the Holdens. If you've enjoyed the video, thumbs up please. If you haven't already done so, like, subscribe, do the usual stuff. Comment down below, what was your favourite car from today? A full video of me driving here and my day trip will also be coming to the channel, but this, a dedicated video of the Motor Museum. Till next time, have a great day from me and this stunning Mitsubishi Magna that I'm hoping to maybe try and grab the keys to. Have a great day. See you later. Goodbye. Thanks for watching this latest video. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, I've selected a couple more videos for you, especially on this page. You might enjoy those, and don't forget to subscribe to always keep up to date with the channel.